right. Hey, beautiful people. Join us in on the Tennis Spades Day, and it's tennis spading. It is my Saturn, and I have been working since I got up this morning. It is crazy.
Yes, have been doing the work this morning and trying to get things situated properly has been interesting to say the least.
Yep, and I am okay. I do not worry myself with the tennis spades. When
Yeah.
tennis spade shows up, I sit down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't have it on its brightest. Let me see. Let's see. If I put it on its brightest, how is that?
Better.
I had it on the lowest setting.
Okay.
So that's better.
Yeah. When you're closer, when you were just leaning forward, that's when it was closer. But I think we're looking, yeah, we're going to have to just get ring lights and that'll happen in time. We'll get it when we get it. How's my sound coming in? Hello, everybody. Greetings, everyone, on this
Okay,
10th
look at that.
day.
Yes. Look at that.
Better. Yay. Are you hearing us? Are we coming through? Is the transmission coming through?
Yeah, I moved. I moved across the room because I was tired of the background.
Yeah. And I
That's
put on
better.
reverse. Yeah, better, better, better. Yes.
Hey,
Hello.
D.
Hello, hello. Greetings on this Tennis Spades Day.
Yes, the tennis space is working me as always, and I'm okay. I'm breathing through it because the tennis spades takes me through. It says, "Oh, you're going to learn how to do it." I have to learn anything I touch.
Perfect.
Yes, she said. I thought she was saying you can't hear. I was like, "Oh no, no,
Oh, yeah, just,
no."
yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
We've been tennis spading over here for the better part of 10 minutes
Yeah,
and prior.
yeah.
Good
Girl,
day,
I
good
got up
day.
this morning.
Right.
I got up this morning. Hey, Myra, I got up this morning and gave myself an assignment because the tennis phase was not going to come for me.
Yeah, yeah.
See, look, my water jar don't want to
Intelligent
water.
karma card. Okay, okay, yeah. So you feel the burn, you feel the pain, huh? To this phase is her challenging karma card.
Shush, it's my
Ooh.
Saturn. It's my Saturn. It's everything that you know about me, right?
Mm-hmm. My Venus. So yeah, get my
Yes, I needed to step away from the couch. I had too much going on. When I look back at the videos, I was like, oh, the couch is couching. The couch is couching.
I had to prop my mic because it was it. Yeah, my mic is propped right now because it broke. Whatever. It's doing what it's doing. We're tennis spading, as we said.
With tennis spade and on a tennis spades day.
Yes, you feel the burn. Yeah, yeah.
It's
So
my normal life, so I don't feel no burn. I have learned to slow down because life will slow you down if you don't.
right.
So I have learned to respect the process because if you touch it, that's the thing. With the tennis spades, if you touch it, you are going to master it, right? I used to
Mm.
be so frustrated. I get so frustrated and flustered. And when I got into the cards is when I was like, oh, okay, I see why you so flustered. Everything is about it's I have to learn it. Then I got to be able to teach it and talk about it. And so yeah. So yeah, hey Mia. Boy, if y'all see the stickers, I started making stickers. I'm looking on Discord 2022. Me and Aquarius Maximus started making stickers. And I'm like, I went on there, I said, you have no reason to buy stickers. So I'm gonna sell my stickers, honey. There are no stickers. The people who make the stickers, they're not us, so they can't capture the essence and the magic. So I'm going to be selling my stickers now because at first I was like, yeah, they just know. I've been looking for stickers since how long? And I created all these stickers in 2022 and forgot all about it, right? And
Mhm.
then I need to go steal some of Aquarius Maximus ones that she made. Because that's what and I shouldn't say, but I can what do you say, borrow.
Mhm.
That's what you do. It's like you borrow them. See, what's she gonna say? No, you can't have them. I don't think so. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
Ooh, we are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. The door is open. It's so beautiful here in Georgia today. That the front door is open and getting the fresh air coming in. Such a beautiful, beautiful day. I have been I don't know if y'all do the silver, but I put the silver up my nose every day. I ordered the iodine stuff. I'm not getting that FLU. I'm not even saying it. So
Mm.
I put my colloidal silver up my nose every day. So every day. I do not catch people's germs. My mother used to tell us, my mother said, I gotta go to work. You don't get sick. We didn't, it's like, it was so crazy. It's like back in the day, like if in the family back in the day, somebody got the measles, they would take that child over to that house and everybody had it at the same time. It's like,
Oh, what?
yeah, that's it. They so and so got the did it. They bring them over to the house, and everybody was in the house with the outbreak because it would be going around, right? Because we didn't get no shots. We got one shot, and that was it. We didn't have shots back in the day. We got the disease. I don't believe that people I ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, we got the disease. So yeah, tennis space on Sunday. I take colloidal silver, but I didn't think about taking it. Yeah, I have the nose spray. Yeah, I have the nose spray. I put it up my nose to kill off any bacteria that might even think it want to look like it's going to get any kind of infection, right?
Mm.
So we're going to jump into the ten of spades, which is the sun today, the one who carries fire. Oh, my glasses. Fire at full capacity. To be born with the ten of spades as the sun is to arrive already loaded. Isn't that something? The
Mm.
disrespect. You already ready if you born the ten of spades. I could believe it. I remember 10 years old, crystal clear with all the responsibility that I had. I had so much responsibility as a 10-year-old. And I can absolutely see in my spread now where that responsibility came from. I
Mm.
remember 10. I remember feeling like, why? Literally, I would say to my mother, I don't want to do X, Y, and Z. It always came along with babysitting or taking care of somebody's child. I was the person that they called on, send Nina over. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I don't remember feeling good about that at 10, right? So that responsibility comes from them believing I can manage it and handle it. Isn't that something? Having the
Mm.
tennis phase in Saturn, and that's been throughout my career where people feel like, oh yeah, just give it to Lofton. I used to sit in my office and say, I don't know how that they think that's cool, right?
Mhm.
But you come here fully loaded. How does that feel for that to be? How does that feel being your Venus card?
I mean, I remember just like, having the responsibility at a young age and then going into my Venus years. I remember being put in responsible positions and being in leadership. And I'm like, I don't know how to lead a platoon. I don't know how to do any of these things. And it was like, there's always been this talk about you have so much potential. And I hated that word because it was like, what does that mean? And so people saw things in me that I didn't even know that came to me naturally. And it just was one of those things where a lot of people gravitated towards me. And I'm like, I'm a kid. Why is this adult talking to me about their life? Like, I know what the heck their life is about. And some way, somehow, spirit, source, whatever you want to label it, I had it innately in me and I didn't even know what it was. I had no words for it. So, yeah, this was very perplexing to me that I was in these positions and didn't know what it was, but innately knew how to do it intuitively. So that was wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do not ease into life. Life is placed on your shoulders early, often without consent and often without instruction. Oh, I got instruction though. I didn't consent, but they gave me instruction. What did Mia say?
12 to
At
13.
12 to 13, I was giving my aunt. Oh my gosh. Who we? Ooh, well, back then that wouldn't get you in jail. Now it might. Back then we didn't have CPS and all that kind of stuff, right?
Mhm.
So yeah. Mm-mm. The tennis space is fire at maximum capacity, not explosive fire, but weight bearing fire. This is not about visibility, it is about holding. Wow. Wow.
Holding. Here we go again with them spades and holding.
The nature of the Ten of Spades, it carries responsibility before readiness, leadership without title, endurance without applause, and survival wisdom learned through pressure, and the instinct to take on what others cannot. Hello, somebody. That was me.
Just talked
That
about.
was me taking on stuff that, and it got to be, later on I looked at it at work that people, well, I don't have to do it because Lofton, I stopped that. I said, oh, I see this. It's like you thought you were doing something, but they were training you, right?
Mm-hmm. 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 They were delegating their authority to you that they didn't want. you know, that's so interesting. I'm thinking about that. I'm like, I'm totally in alignment with that because it's you're a kid and you don't really know and to be responsible for another being, my younger brother. And I'm looking back and like I did a lot of things. I was a parent before I was a parent. That's the 10 of spades. That's
I
part of
used to
what
tell
I've
I used to,
experienced.
I used to tell my younger brother, do you realize your mother is sitting there? Like, he's looking at me. I said, he's standing in front of me. I'm like, do you realize your mother is in the room? You know what
Mm.
I mean? It's like, I mean that role because I was with him, when my mother was at work, taking care of him and all that kind of stuff. I was like, dude, go, your mother. It was crazy. You are often the one who steps in when things fall apart. Yes. The one who handles it. Check. The one people rely on without asking how it affects you. Check. The one
Heck.
who keeps going even when exhausted. No. Your son does not ask, can I? It assumes I must. Yeah, I ain't that exhausted part. Oh no, I ain't doing that.
Guilty. I have until I learned to be better about that, and I've learned to discern it. No, when I've gotten to the point of exhaustion, that's on me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
on me. I
When I
gotta
get,
fix that.
yeah, I have a 5 space in the moon. When I get, I'm gonna be belligerent. No, no. When it's just me and I know what's happening, oh, I got something to say. So I
Mm-hmm.
will. I monitor myself
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say something. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to feel that moment where,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is going left. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And
If
that's
I'm
great.
doing it because I want to do it, it's different. But if I'm
Yeah.
doing it and my body starts, and it'll only be now. When I was younger and stuff like that,
Hmm.
I'm an eight. I'm ruled by Saturn, so I keep going. But
Hmm.
to exhaustion, no, I'm not exhausted. Now my kids, yeah, they exhaust you, right? Like
Hmm.
mentally, like 7 o'clock in the evening, you like if somebody doesn't go and sit down or go to sleep, you can feel yourself melting, right?
Hmm.
Because you've been so overwrought with so many things, right?
Yeah. And that's different when you're the parent, right? But out in society, and now that we have this awareness, those things don't occur. But back then, before I knew better, yeah, absolutely, because there was a part of me that was doing the people pleasing, and that's a whole layer of other things. But yeah, understood. Now, not so much. Not at all, actually.
Mhm. Well, Myra said she was taking the bus at 7 years old.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was 10 in Brooklyn, New York, on the train. Ooh, child. She said Daniel said my tennis space showed up through the Four Hearts Project and taking care of a Four Hearts Project, which was cattle. So I had to get up early, feed before school. Then
Wow.
later years, my projects turned into family business. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
These experiences. Wow.
Born into weight, a tennis space life is really light in the early years. There may be family responsibility, financial pressure, emotional burden, adult roles in childhood, and being needed more than nurtured. You learn early, if I don't carry this, no one will. This creates strength and it creates silence. That's one thing. Excuse me, my mother was a nurturer, so thank goodness I didn't, but the pressure, not financial, but family responsibility, emotional burden, and adult roles. Yeah, I can say yes to those. But my mother was nurturing. She'd be like, give us stuff to do and tell me, she was very nurturing. I had to take care of them through the summer, but there was always adults in the house. I grew up in a Caribbean house, big family house, and I think my aunt was retired. I'm not sure, but it was always adults in the house. Children was never left alone. So I always had adults to go to if I needed anything. But watching my little sister and brother was me keeping them busy and out the way, right? Keeping them busy
Keeping
and
them
away,
entertained.
keeping them entertained from the adults, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I could see that. Ooh, I was at 10 years old. I think back at that. I remember 10. Because 10, I was displacing the king of clubs. And I was very rebellious that year. And
Mm,
I got a lot of responsibility that year. Isn't
mm,
that crazy?
mm,
And I felt I was just facing the king of clubs, and at 10 years old, we had to move, and it was harder for me because of that Uranus. Isn't that crazy? It's like
mm,
you can look at things and you can see, well, yeah, that would have affected you like that. It affected me greatly because I was displacing Uranus. So everything that happened to me at 10 felt
mhm.
bigger than life.
Wow, I see that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm seeing it on that plate. I had to
Hmm.
get the visual. So that's wow. And at 10, that 10 of spades was pushing me. And I remember 10, that was when a lot of things came through. And I was reading a lot of things about the sciences. And I had to, really take care of my younger brother and picking him up from school and paying bills, writing checks. I was literally put on my parents' checks, my dad's checks, so I could write them out and sign them. He taught me how to do that to pay the bills while he was at work because he worked all the time. So that's interesting how when we go through these plates and we switch places, or these cards come into our path at certain stages, it tracks.
Tracks.
It tracks.
It tracks
Wow.
because at 10, I was very rebellious, is when I didn't go back to church anymore. It was Uranus, and my Uranus is the five of clubs. So I was
Mm,
very restless and vocal, and yeah. Hmm.
wow. Wow.
Hmm.
Seeing it. Whew. breathe. I have to breathe because we're connected with the energies, and then these things are coming back to our remembrance, and we have to release that because those were such, powerful times that affected us, and it's like we're adults now, and it's like, wow, this is why. Like, release.
That part. The core paradox. Your greatest gift is also your greatest risk. Because you can carry more than most, life keeps handing you more. Yeah. Over time, this can turn into chronic fatigue, quiet resentment, emotional shutdown, physical tension in the back, shoulders, and spine, and a belief that rest is irresponsible. The danger of the Ten of Spades is not failure, it is the collapse from over functioning. Ooh, child. I'm
Wow.
so glad I'm a Libra because that ain't going to happen with me.
That is that
I'm not
makes
gonna. I'm not. And then I got Leo rising. I'm not.
And that brings it back to what we were talking about with the spade book, how the spades are the skeleton. And then look at what we were talking about, how that structure and and how, bearing the things that we are not meant to
Mhm.
carry and bear. We got to be mindful. We got to be mindful of that.
And it's crazy because the tennis phase is my Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
My Venus is the seven, is the three of hearts. I always find a man to do it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm waiting right now for somebody. I always find a man. I'm not. That three of hearts is like, oh no, we don't do that. We don't do
Yeah.
that heavy lifting. I don't.
Um,
I will sit there and be that little pretty girl and wait. I guess also because I had six brothers that did everything, but yeah,
mhm,
that tennis space, oh no. Certain
mhm,
things I'm not
mhm,
touching. I don't have the capacity. And
mhm,
when I was younger, I did everything with my brothers. I know how to do everything. My brothers were everything. They built stuff, right? They
mhm, mhm,
build stuff, and I know how to build stuff. I know how to do all of that. Do I
mhm,
do it? No. No, but I know how to. And when somebody's coming and talking, I said, no, I know how. I know these things. I was taught these things. So
mhm,
like if they're in the house and they're doing something and they're like, I don't usually, let the person be around seeing what I'm doing. I said, excuse me, this person is paying you. I don't know what those other people let you do in there if you come in their house, but I'm
right.
gonna watch and see what you're doing.
And why would you not? Because this is my shit that you fucking
That
around with. I'm sorry.
that part. It's like, oh no, I said, yes, I am watching because I know what needs to be done. Right?
And
I
ain't no
know.
extra, right? No extra sidebar. Oh, this is going on. No, that's not what I told you to look at. I said this thing. Don't be trying to break something else, and then next thing you know, I'm looking at a bill more than what you quoted me. No. Mm-mm.
Not paying it. The fire in the body. Spade's fire lives in the bones, and the ten of spades sun puts it under constant load. This sun often feels tightness in the spine, pressure in the chest, shallow breathing, difficulty fully relaxing, and a sense of always being on call. Your body becomes the structure holding everyone else up. Wow.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, if I wasn't a Libra, I could say that, but I am. Libras can be very lazy. That six energy, we mellow.
Mhm,
You
mhm,
know, being a ten of diamonds, I see my fellow tens. Tens possess so much power, and tens allow so much access to themselves at times when we need to limit access. Tens are the trees that bear fruit limitlessly. Wow. Yeah,
mm,
because that zero is the infinite. That's
mhm,
infinite. Those infinite possibilities that come out of that zero. Yeah. Hmm.
mhm,
I could see that.
mhm.
Mm,
Wow.
I could see that. People gravitate to the tree. We provide shade, fruit, and a place to rest. Tens hold a space for retreat and comfort, but we don't know how to receive. Ooh, girl, you
Mhm.
gotta learn, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that, that happens over time and coming into this, knowledge of the cards. I definitely have learned that. And, me being to immediately recognize when, you know, there's a limit to accessing me and what I can do. Because I am the go-to person that my family and people close to me. And now I have seen the change because I have boundaries now. Those things don't aren't an issue anymore. Yeah.
Mhm. The shadow, martyrdom, disguised as strength. Unintegrated tenor space energy can look like pride and suffering, identity built around being needed, and difficulty asking for help, along with equating worth with endurance, while staying too long in situations out of obligation. You may tell yourself, they need me, it's on me, I'll rest later. Later keeps moving. Child, that's not me. It's not work. At work, I did my job and I did my job well. I
Mhm,
always used to say, I work smart. I do not work hard.
mhm,
Family
mhm,
is always different, right? You
mhm,
do go above and beyond for family.
mhm,
So my
mhm,
life is definitely parceled and it's my family, but adults, yeah, no, I'm not that person with just adults. Mm-mm.
mhm,
I'm
mhm,
not that person that just willy nilly expends. I believe that I am old stuff. I am. I'm just that person. I have a
mhm,
whole Leo rising. I
mhm,
just
mhm,
believe that you're supposed to cater to me.
mhm,
So
mhm.
when I get to that point where I feel like it's just an automatic shutdown, yeah, when I
Wow.
feel like you think that you entitled to me and my time and my resources, yeah, I shut down. If I don't
Mhm,
feel if the reciprocity isn't natural, yeah, and talk, people think that talk is reciprocity. That's not reciprocity to me.
mhm,
I don't, if I'm doing, I'm giving, I'm expending, and all
mhm,
you doing is talking, oh, you're going to watch me disappear. If I don't,
mhm,
what I am entitled to, and you
mhm,
think you're gaslighting me, oh no, I don't do that. I don't do
mhm,
that.
mhm.
Mm-mm.
And I've learned, and I've had to come into learning that because I didn't know those things coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on, in this experience is on the job training. And
Mm-hmm.
if you did not have access to this information, this knowledge, or connected to your intuition, I was not aware of any of this. And
Mm-hmm.
then as, things start to come to me naturally, and I started saying, wait a minute, I'm not getting anything out of this anymore. And it was because I
The
had
Jack
got
of Spades, right? What am I getting out of
what am I
this?
getting out of it? Exactly. So yeah, and so now, I'm so grateful for the experience because now I can now, be the, example to my children so they can know that they don't have to be people pleasers. They don't have to get to the point of exhaustion to say enough is enough. They don't get to that point anymore. Well, at least most of them. But it's everyone's got their path to learn. Everyone's got their set of karmas that they have to deal with. So yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yep. The gift, endurance with discernment. When integrated, the ten of spades sun becomes quiet authority. You learn not everything is yours to carry. Strength includes delegation. Leadership does not require sacrifice of self, and rest is part of responsibility. Your presence stabilizes others, not because you suffer, but because you are grounded. See, that word is very important.
Mhm,
Grounded
mhm,
is
mhm.
very important.
Excuse me. Mhm,
Having hearts is common cause for the ten of spades. They show love through providing, through working hard, but still need to feel needed, right? Oh yeah, for sure.
mhm,
And
mhm,
the mystic, that's the mystic triangle. So the ten of spades is where you sit, where you are tested to see if you're going to be able to hold that load, right?
mhm,
You're going to have to
mhm,
hold that load in the mystic triangle to get eventually to the 10 of diamonds,
mhm,
right? The 10
mhm,
of spades is the master. Isn't that crazy? And it's the
mhm,
master over the 10 of diamonds. And
Mm,
the end of the mystic triangle is the 10 of diamonds, right?
mm. Wow. Yep.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Jupiter, Jupiter.
So you
Wow.
come from the mystic triangle, you go through all of the karmas, and when you get to Jupiter, Jupiter, it's like this is where you step out in the world. So you're
Mm-hmm.
tested through all of those karmas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She said, I'm totally forgetting that it's not only my karma displacing, it's also my Neptune card. And I see how I have to work for my dreams and my spiritual connections and had to learn stop being a victim. Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's for
Mm-hmm.
sure. The Queen of Hearts could definitely have that, that's that Neptune energy. So that
Mm-hmm.
woe is me, feeling sorry for me, victim mentality that would definitely be something that the Queen of Hearts would want to be mindful of, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
hmm So the lesson, the Sun asks, what happens if you set some of this down? The Ten of Spades answers, I discover who I am beyond responsibility. This is terrifying and liberating realization. The embodied practice, choosing the load, at the start of each week, ask, what am I carrying out of habit? What am I carrying out of fear? And what am I carrying because it's truly mine? Then choose one thing to put down, not dramatically, not with explanation, just intentionally. Let your nervous system feel the difference. My strength does not require sacrifice. I am allowed to rest. I choose what I carry and I release the rest. It's like I am that person. It's like last week when we were doing the challenge last month, I had to literally not do stuff. I said, you can't, I had to literally, because I said, I'm doing this challenge and I want to be fully present. So I literally had to stop doing certain things. So you have to know how to make space. It's like that
Mhm.
spade. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to make space and do what I needed to do. So I literally didn't do certain things. Certain things had to go on the back burner because
Mhm.
I see how it is for me.
Mhm.
This is my business. This is what I do. I can't do it all at once. I have to be
Right.
able to do it in just like you go to work 5 days a week. Monday is this, Tuesday is that. So me doing this, I have to know what load to carry when,
Mhm. Mhm.
right?
Yep. That discernment. Absolutely.
So that is important. So, oh, it is gorgeous outside. I want to go sit in a park. hmm
I'll be
So
gallivanting outside.
I know, right?
We have plans after this to just be outside and just take my granddaughter to the park and let her get in the grass. She's walking and it's just like it's such a beautiful time to just sit and observe and just be present with nature. That's always been a thing of mine. Just sitting on the grass is just such a beautiful thing. Hearing the trees rustle, the birds chirp. It's just something so simple. It's so profound to me. Like I'm really in this season of just being, and I love it.
Nope, we're getting ready to freeze. Oh, it didn't. The
Oh,
10 of spades as the container. How capacity holds emotion through thought and value. The 10 of spades is the container of load. This is not about strength, this is about capacity and how much life, responsibility, and consequence something can hold without breaking. The 10 of spades does not ask, can you carry this? It asks, should you?
mm,
Function, the 10 of spades governs responsibility, burden management, long term capacity, sustainability, and the difference between duty and sacrifice. Where the ten of spades, where the ten of spades appears, something is being held at scale. Without the container, the tens of other suits collapse under excess. The ten of spades to the ten of hearts, the container for emotional responsibility. The ten of hearts carries collective emotion, family systems, and emotional fulfillment and shared joy. Without the ten of spades, emotional overfunctioning, carrying everyone's feelings, martyrdom in family roles, and burnout from emotional labor. The ten of spades gives the ten of hearts emotional boundaries, discernment around responsibility, and the ability to share your joy without carrying pain, along with permission to rest. In translation, the ten of spades teaches the ten of hearts that love is not measured by how much you carry. Wow.
Mm.
Now that
Mhm.
is deep.
Right, because it's like it's work to discern when enough is enough, when you have some other attributes like people pleasing, and then the whole thing about things being transactional. Some things are transactional, but the ten of spades is here to say, oh no, you don't have to, you know, be in that energy of this is transactional. I have to do this to get this, because there's a deserving factor that's involved.
Ooh, child, say that. D said, I also see my ten of spades in my natal chart by the sun squaring Neptune. I had to dig deep for my spiritual connection coming from organized religion and to move into something personal, a spiritual connection. Wow.
Mm,
Yeah, sun squaring Neptune.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hmm, hmm,
Wow. Whew.
hmm, hmm.
Hmm.
That's deep. So the ten of spades and the ten of clubs,
Yeah.
the container for mental load. The ten of clubs governs big ideas, leadership through thought and mental responsibility. Without the ten of spades is mental overload, constant problem solving, feeling responsible for others' understanding, and burnout from thinking for others. The ten of spades gives the ten of clubs prioritization, delegation, mental boundaries, and clarity about what is yours to solve. The translation, the ten of spades teaches the ten of clubs not everything is urgent, sometimes simple, simple solutions require patience, delegation, Man, I haven't seen buffering in a long time, but it's back, huh? D said, I'm seeing that with both my ten of hearts people in my life, and I'm always saying to them to set boundaries. You frozen, June?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, something's going on. Yeah, but I'm here. I can hear you. I can
The,
hear you now.
the ten of spades to the ten of diamonds, the container for material responsibility. The ten of diamonds governs wealth. Oh, she got kicked out. Wealth, systems, legacy, and material success. Without the ten of spades is unsustainable growth, financial pressure, equating worth with productivity, and systems that exhaust their builders. The ten of spades gives
Okay.
that
Yeah.
the ten of spades gives sustainability ethical scaling, and long term vision, and the courage to slow growth. The translation: the Ten of Spades teaches the Ten of Diamonds that more is not always better. Right? More is not always better.
Right.
The shadow of the unused Ten of Spades container. When the Ten of Spades is ignored, the Ten of Hearts collapses under emotional burden. The Ten of Clubs fries the nervous system, and the Ten of Diamonds builds systems that break people. This is how leaders burn out. The Ten of Spades in the body. Ten of Spades lives in the spine, the shoulders, and the nervous system. It governs load bearing posture, fatigue systems, signals, and the ability to put weight down. Ignoring your body is ignoring the container. The Ten of Spades does not limit capacity, it teaches sustainability. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What am I carrying out of obligation? What am I carrying out of fear? And what am I carrying because it's truly mine? Right? Release one. Release one of those.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I can definitely see that and understand what that means for me. And I'm definitely a lot better with that. I am truly in a space of not taking on more than necessary, noticing when everything, that's coming at me is not mine. I am
Hmm.
truly good at that now, than I have been since going through our life path and studying these spades. Woof.
Yeah, for sure. And it gives me an understanding on how my life was set up. Because
Mhm.
here at work, I could experience things and I had to catch myself. But at
Mhm.
home, that's harder. Children, husband, it's harder. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I could find myself, especially with I had a four-space son. I have a four-space son, and I could find myself mentally just burnt out. And ten of spades is what? That's goodness gracious. Whew, that's definitely a part of the four of spades life path. So I could find myself exhausted. So
Mhm.
yeah, work not so much. Work, I worked smart. I'm not a hard worker. Only
Mhm.
and at home is was my job is what I love to do. But sometimes on Sunday evening I would be like, no, I at Sunday evening, oh my gosh. I tell my husband I ain't washing no dishes. I'm not doing anything. I used to be it's all weekend, washing clothes to get ready for the next week and cooking. And yeah, I said, oh no, it's something I'm not doing. And dishes is one of them.
Mm.
Yep, that would be it. That's when he starts telling the four spade he got to do the dishes. And you just hear the arguing. Yeah, chill on Sundays. I know. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But when you got to get ready for Monday, yeah, I didn't work on Saturdays. I did my stuff. I did my washing in the morning when I got up before I went to work. I did my washing and all of that. I did everything during the week. Weekends was for play for me. I didn't do Saturday, never, no laundry and all that kind of stuff. Nope. I said Saturdays was my time to run the streets, do family stuff. But working on doing that Saturday and Sunday, no, I did my stuff during the week. When I got
Mm.
up in the morning, I throw a load in the washing machine. Then before I left, if it had to go in the dryer, I put in the dryer. Yep, I was not. Saturdays was mine. All mine. So that's the ten of spades, good people.
Yeah, Sunday is my Venus day, so
That's work day for you, is it?
um I think I did a lot more planning, but I do recall what younger when my children were younger because I had uh two girls and a son at the time, and they all had hair. So that was pretty much our wash day.
I
So
know,
it was washing, then drying, then braiding, and including my son because he didn't want a haircut, and I didn't want to do a haircut if he didn't want it. I kind of liked him having his long curly locks, and I braided it, and I loved it, and it was an opportunity for me to bond with them. We talked about everything. We sat and watched, and we did the sandwiches, and then that afternoon or later on we went to the park. And so I think Sunday was more of my bonding days with my kids because I was so close. I had my hands in their head and I didn't realize that intuitively, subconsciously, I was doing that something with them. And because they're very bright, loving, affectionate kids. So I love it.
yeah, for sure. Sunday is my Uranus, so I was at 5 of clubs on Sundays. Ooh, Saturday was my Saturn, the 10 of spades, and yeah, it was my play day. It's so crazy that I knew that I didn't want to. I didn't want to work on Saturdays. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to, family stuff. The grandkids would come over. I'm very close to my family, so yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
Sundays was my 5 of clubs. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Hmm.
energy is the energy, and isn't it interesting? We look back on the things and it lines up because we just have this rhythm, like we talk about all the time. There's this rhythm that we just do innately without even realizing. And when we start to study these cards and we see the correspondence with it, it blows my mind every time
Hmm.
that there's this knowing, this intuitive thing that we do naturally that we think is outside of what the normal or society says and thinks. Because I didn't want to be in church on Sunday. I stopped.
Yeah, it's my Uranus card. Now that I think about my Uranus is Sunday, and I at 10 years old, I said I'm not going back to church. I was
Mhm.
displacing Uranus. You can't
Mhm.
make this up.
Yeah, just
Yeah, yeah. I
amazing.
just knew I couldn't be in church. That is so crazy. What's that? The 10 of spades is, as my cosmic moon card makes me think of my mom, who was one of the few women soldiers in exile as part of MK during apartheid South Africa. Very work and freedom oriented woman. Yeah, wow.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, cosmic moon. Yeah, that's a whole enchilada there. That cosmic moon tells a story. It tells a story. So you're going to the park. I'm gonna see if yeah, let's see.
And I'm also gonna do a side trip to Hobby Lobby.
It's not open today.
Oh, Hobby Lobby's not open today. Oh, okay.
And you're not a hobby of the lobbyists.
No, I'm
It's
not. I
not
go
open
whenever
on
the
Sundays.
I
No.
I go when the spirit moves me
It's
to. So
not on
yeah.
Sundays. It's not open. They're changed. They are a Christian store.
Mm.
And people have to go to church on Sunday or do whatever family stuff. Yeah. So yep. So nope. Hobby of the lobby. I'm going tomorrow. Wait, I'm gonna pull it up. Let me pull up and see what's
I'm
on
looking.
sale.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
it's on my
looking at
phone,
it
so
really
I don't
quick.
gotta
Oh,
the,
50
the hobby of the lobby.
off.
Let's see. Yeah, that's every other week it
Valid through
changes.
January 10th.
Every other week,
Oh
everything
yeah,
changes.
we'll be.
Crafts is 40% off. I told you. I told you this week if it wasn't last week. So I need me a book, a book,
Mhm.
a book. Stickers and planners. Oh my. Stickers and planners. Oh my. So I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
go because I need see how they got the book there. You see the book? They got the
Mhm.
showing you the book that's on sale. The
Yeah, I'm looking at.
book
I
I need.
see.
I need a book. I'm gonna have my themes. So
Mhm.
I'm getting my theme. I got that one for. So I need some signature love stickers. and for that, and then I'm going to do my healing journal. And
Mm-hmm.
then I have my journal. I got my fairies. Oh my God, I got fairies. Fairies. Oh my gosh, I'm going to use that little journal with the fairies.
Aw,
Hmm.
cool, cool, cool. So we have reached the part of this segment where we are doing Q&A. If you have any questions, oh, we forgot, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. We are looking to grow this channel. This channel will be growing with your help and participation. Like, share, subscribe. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. It looks like we do have a question.
Okay, let's see what the question is. Oh no, I'm not doing the karma cards. You go ahead. You go
That's a
ahead.
whole that's a whole nother hour.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh no, I'm not doing the karma cards. There's no briefly. There's no briefly today. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
that's a
June.
whole
June got it. Go ahead.
oh my gosh. Okay, so the karma cards, we're looking at the Four of Hearts, which is the challenge, and the Queen of Hearts, which is the support. I would say that, when you're dealing with, let me start with the challenge, the Four of Hearts. The Four of Hearts uh sits Mercury, Neptune. Four of Hearts is about home and um, you know, I would say when it comes to the Ten of Spades challenge, that maintaining a harmonious home life, even with yourself too, because if you're overextending yourself with all of your home duties and family, you can lose sight of what you need to be doing with yourself and for yourself. A lot of times, as we talked about, we can overextend unnecessarily, and the Four of Hearts can definitely bring that to our consciousness, to be mindful of having more balance in our home life and within ourselves. Now, the supportive karma card with the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts is that energy that's, they live this very fantastical, rich, I want to experience all of these great things, foods and all of this, glamorous, luxurious, and richness and fullness of
Girl,
life.
I can't wait to get up here to eat.
And that is
I have had several things dancing across my head. And I'm like, okay, Queen of Hearts, chill.
the Queen of
Chill.
Hearts. Yeah, and
I
that is
just had a big, beautiful waffle, right? And that Queen of Hearts is, yeah, that wasn't enough.
and yeah, and the Queen of Hearts is supporting the shenanigans. So yeah, so that is what we have briefly covered with the challenging karma cards, the support and the challenge. And that concludes this segment of our broadcast. We will delve a little bit deeper. Just continue to join us on this journey as we continue to talk about these cards. How's that?
Girl, she did that. She answered that one too. But yeah, boy, that Queen of Hearts has been talking to me. It's like, do you want this? Or scan in the refrigerator. Scan in the refrigerator. Maybe you want that. Maybe, literally. It's
Uh-huh.
been scanning what's in there and telling me, well, what do you want?
Oh goodness, let me tell you, my daughter yesterday, you're welcome, sweetie. She made a cheesecake. She made a, what is it called? The cookie dough. The cookie dough. What is that cookie dough? The Biscoff cookie dough cheesecake. That's what she made yesterday. She's like, I want it. So we went to the store last night, packed up the baby, went and got the stuff, and I said, have at it. And she enjoyed herself, and I love that for her. All of my kids, I guess because they're Libra rising, they like that cooking and aesthetics and, lashes and making up and all. So I support the
Did you
shenanigans.
have some cheesecake?
I had a sliver, and I made sure that I continue with my okra water. I did. I was not gonna let her enjoy all that decadence. Hey, the Queen of Hearts is my challenge for life with my Donna clubs. I mean, yeah.
She
So
said I
hey,
just sat down. She said I just sat down and eat food fresh off the out the pot. Oh,
oh
that's
yeah,
Dr. Sue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I last night I made Salisbury steak too. I made Salisbury steak with my onions and peppers, and I made this decadent gravy that went with it. And and I made it pretty early in the afternoon after we got off. And my dad went in there and snuck a piece out the pot. He does that because Salisbury steak is his favorite, and of course my turkey meatloaf. So, and I said, Dad, you been in the pot? He looking at me, what pot? I said, I see the doggone the crumbs, the breadcrumbs. He's like, who told you, Veronica? And see what he tried to do. He tried to frame her by giving her half. I tell you, my family keeps me so lighthearted, and I love it. My Four Clubs dad and my ten of diamonds bonus mom. Oh my gosh, they all snuck in there and got it before dinner time, including my daughter. So we were all Queen of Harding yesterday and today.
Yeah, boy, because I mean, it's all in my head. It's just in my head telling me about the things that I can have. Yeah, I know what I can have.
The visual.
That Queen of Hearts ain't no joke.
The imagination of the Queen of Hearts is so fantastical.
Yes, and we were 2 times.
And we were talking about, what were we talking about earlier? Fairies and mermaids and these stickers and like all of that today. On the
Man, I can't wait to print off my fairies. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Well, everyone, it is 1. Thank you so much for joining us. Did you have anything else, Diamond, that you wanted to share?
I don't. We'll be here tomorrow. Next month we are having the end of the month we'll be doing the Grand Solar class. And if you want to be a part of that, it will be up on the website when June puts it up there.
Yep, Levin University. I'm the admin. My responsibility is to maintain it. So reach out.
It'll be up there, and I'm working on my book. What is that? What's that called?
Sigil.
What am I working on?
You're working on a sigil.
Because sigil. This came into my hand, and now it's coming into my significant other's hand. So okay. I'm writing a book about it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. We'll check the website for the class. Yes, and before the class, I'm going to do the cardiology and astrology boot camp.
Yep. So stay tuned. Follow the channel. Levin University is where you'll find everything, all things metaphysics with Diamond, her classes, her books. I'm going to put up her stickers and her t-shirts on the website. So yeah, we are doing some things and appreciate your support and love having you with us. So thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great Sunday, fam, and I will see y'all tomorrow on the 9 of Spades Day. It is promising to be a big one. Because, the Donald Trump is moving, and the 9 of Spades is the Neptune to the 3 of Diamonds. So what happens? Nobody is going to see it coming, but something wicked this way cometh, right? The Jack of Diamonds is displacing the 9 of Spades, and this is the first 9 of Spades of the year. So expect Monday to be very powerful, right? Ooh, child. Have a great fam. Peace. Yeah, Venezuela, 10 of Diamonds, the Jupiter card to the United States. You can't make this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have a good one.
Later.
Ooh,